So today is June 14th, 2026. I'm starting the second segment of my Route 66 adventure. I'm currently just leaving Pontiac, Illinois. So I'm going to head towards Springfield and see how far I can get to today. As you can see here with the sign, to normal is 32 miles away. So Springfield's probably like another 45 minutes after that. So I definitely think that I can make it to Springfield today. So let's head on the second segment of Route 66 from Pontiac, Illinois to hopefully Springfield, Illinois. We're racing the train here. We're on Route 66 and he's actually right next to us. So the first spot we're going to stop at is on the right here. And this is an old Route 66 bridge. So this is actually pretty cool that it's actually still here and you can actually still walk on it. So I'm at 1310 East Livingston County Road and 1300 North Livingston. And you can see there's this old bridge here. So you can see there's this old Route 66 bridge here. So here I'm on Route 66. There's a train right behind me there, so that's where the noise is coming from. But I'm probably 2 miles down from where I left off in the last video at the abandoned Illinois State Police Station. So this is probably 2 miles down from there. And this is an old Route 66 bridge. It looks like it's over probably a creek, maybe a river. And here it is. So it looks like we can get through here right here. Boy, it probably won't be here much longer. Look at the amount of decay. You can see it's down to the rebar. So an old Route 66 bridge. It did have a little leeway on the side, a little bit of a shoulder here, which I thought most of the bridges did not. So this is kind of cool. Just walking across an old Route 66 bridge. This is more exposed over here, so it's kind of deteriorating more. Now this side's pretty well deteriorating too, so see the rebar down there. So this 100-year-old bridge crosses over Rooks Creek. The bridge next to it kind of looks like it was kind of the same type of bridge, maybe built a few years later. So just walking across the Route 66 bridge there, you can kind of see it better that way. So we'll head on to the next section here and see what's next on Route 66. You can see the actual lines are still there. It looks like it was yellow lines probably later, and probably the original is the white lines there. But this is like really falling apart over here. So that's what makes it hard. Should they restore this or should they leave it as is? Because if they restore it, it'll be preserved for longer. So down from the bridge, you can see this original section of Route 66. And it goes pretty far here, as far as I can see. I don't want to walk through the mud there too much. You can see it goes far, or as far as you can see at least. Probably to the next town. This is just along the road that I was traveling on. So I'm at Chenoa, Illinois. They have this little Route 66 at the corner here. Take a look at this. Come explore historic Route 66. Then they have another sign here. This one looks like it's a new one for the Route 66 100-year centennial. So the signs are back here. And here's a section of Route 66. It's getting windier now, so hopefully the mic can block it. And it goes down through here. I think this is a bike trail now, actually. So we're going to be heading down here next. So that's Route 66 right over there. And there's this section here called Memory Lane, which I never saw before. So they have all these old signs. So it looks like you can kind of drive through here a little bit. So let's go check this out. So the first sign is Chenoa Auto Repair, 7 miles. Shop downtown Lexington, 1 mile ahead. So the section that I'm driving at is from the 1926 alignment. Hopefully you can read that. This original alignment was known as Route 4. You can see on the right, we're coming up on the Memory Lane sign. Welcome to Lexington's Memory Lane. Here's another sign. This is a photo op. Get your kicks and your pics on Route 66. On the left, you'll see the Burma Shave signs. They were scattered around Route 66. They're the reddish-brown signs with white text on the left. Here's a sign for Shake Shack, which is originated in Bloomington Normal. And then the service station I'll show in a minute there. Lexington did a great job in creating this and capturing Route 66. There's a sign for Studebaker. This entire drive probably took me about 4 minutes, and I drove really slow on the original section of Route 66. Here's a sign for Kathy's Kitchen, 303 West Main Street in Lexington. To make it easier to read the Burma Shave signs, I actually put the text at the bottom of the video so you can see it easier instead of pausing. Here's Willie Anderson Trucking Company. So we're coming up on the end here. There's probably about 4 signs left. Tommy's Essential Coffee in downtown Lexington. This is the original 1926 to 1930 alignment of Route 66. Oasis Drive-In. This road is so narrow, it's only 18 feet across for both lanes of traffic. It was 1 lane in each direction. That means it was only 9 feet for each lane. This is for Kemp's Upper Tap, cold beer sign. This section of road had an average speed limit of 25 miles an hour. This one's for Gleason's Mobile Station, Route 66 in Main Street. In 1926, when this section of Route 66 opened, the cars had to share this with horses, horse-drawn carriages, and tractors on this narrow road. Barker's Motors. This original alignment of Route 66, which is now called Memory Lane, is 1 mile long. Here we're at the C&L Cafe. On the left is the final Burma Shave sign right about here. There's a Coca-Cola sign. So I hope you enjoyed going down Memory Lane here on the original alignment of Route 66. And here's Visit Downtown Lexington. So here I am at Cities. So this is on the original alignment of Route 66. And Route 66, you can kind of see it there in the sign. There it is. So there's the original alignment. Here's the sign there. And they have the old pumps here too, which is nice. This station was also a 76 gas station at one point. 27 cents a gallon. Service station behind had 2 bays. This is at 809 West Main Street. You can kind of see in there. Oh, you can see in there a little bit. Leaving this old gas station on Route 66 and headed to our next destination down the road. There's Rock City on the barn. Merrimack Caverns. So right down from the barn, we have Uncle Vait's with a Lexington Route 66 sign. This was opened in 1947 as the Mesa Cafe. It was later renamed the Skelly Station. In 2017, it was opened as Kelly's on 66 and is now Uncle Vait's. So here I am at the Lexington sign here. Illinois Route 66, Lexington. And I believe the old service station is what it was, is back there, which is now a bar. So we're going to go across the street over here because there's more Route 66 stuff over here. So they have this old phone booth here. I didn't know if it would play different recordings. Obviously it doesn't. Oh yeah, so it's supposed to, but maybe it just doesn't work right now. Here's the Lexington Centennial sign. Just like the one we saw in Countryside in the first video. And next to the Lexington sign, they have the American Standard sculpture here. Made out of old car parts. Mufflers and spark plugs. Chains, hoses. We're now pulling up on the Oasis Drive-In. The Oasis Drive-In was built by Elmo Winterland in 1960. This is an old drive-in, it looks like. I'll have to look up what name of this is. I never saw this one before. And then they got the old sign here. Well, what's left of it, there's really not much. So I just looked this up, and this is the old Oasis Drive-In in Lexington, Illinois. Looks like it had an arrow, I don't know if that was ice cream at the top or a coffee cup. It's kind of like making a weird... Oh, the sign's kind of falling apart. Kicks on Route 66, right at the border of Towanda, Illinois. My Kicks Bar and Grill on Route 66. The only history I can find on this is that it was a gas station prior to Kicks. We're in Towanda, Illinois. It's already 12:20, so I'm not making as good a time as I thought, but I am seeing a lot of things. So it's actually, it's definitely worth it. It's just, there is just so much to see, and every time I turn another way, there's something else to see. But Towanda has some cool things. They have Dead Man's Curve, and they have a whole area right coming up here, I think at the stop sign, with Route 66 stuff. So we'll stop here and take a quick look. So I'm in Towanda, Illinois, and they have a big Route 66 area right here. We'll go to that in a minute, but across the street is where Dead Man's Curve begins. Here's original Route 66 here, and on that side there is Dead Man's Curve. So we're going to do that in a little bit. Here's the century of Route 66. Here we are walking on original Route 66 in Towanda. You're standing on the pavement of the original Route 66 that was commissioned in 1926. The width of the original hard road was only 16 feet wide and constructed from Portland cement. The road immediately in front of you, which is over there, is the upgraded Route 66 known as the 1954 alignment. So where this original alignment is, which hooks up to Dead Man's Curve, it merges with that section back over there. So that was the new alignment to get rid of Dead Man's Curve. And Dead Man's Curve is straight up ahead. Historical Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66, Towanda, Illinois. So here's the new alignment of Route 66. We're on the other side over there, and that's the Dead Man's Curve section that it merges with. So this is a bike trail, but this is actual original Route 66 road. And then the historical Route 66 sign here. And we're headed over there now. So this is a section of 1 mile and 2.5 miles behind you. So you can read that. So there's where we started in our first video, right here where my foot is. And we're down here now, so it took me 2 videos just to get there. So the blue's Lake Michigan, that's the Chicago start, and this is Towanda down here. And you can see it goes all the way down here. Funny thing is Kansas, which is right there, is only 13 miles. Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and then California. Here's all the signs. St. Louis, Amarillo. Santa Monica is 2,018 miles. That's where it ends. Chicago's 125. So that's where Route 66 continued on. Oh, there's actually one more sign here. So we got a welcome to Illinois. So I guess this was the Pure Oil truck stop before it was this gas station here. I don't know if they mean ahead as in straight this way or ahead as in down Route 66. I'll let you guys read it because there's actually a lot there. It opened in 1952. Boy, it opened with selling gas at 17.9 cents per gallon. Here we have Dead Man's Curve, original Route 66. Now it's time to drive Dead Man's Curve. So this talks about Dead Man's Curve. You can kind of see here how that alignment was fixed up. There's a car crash there. We got the original Route 66, the original alignment. So it kind of dead ends up here. But we're going to turn around, we're going to do Dead Man's Curve. You can see the alignment merged with the new one. This alignment was taken out because there was too many car accidents here. So they realigned it so it went straight through because they had this Dead Man's Curve. You can see the truck route sign there. And they have the Burma shave signs here too. Dead Man's Curve. Around the curve, lickety split, beautiful car, wasn't it? I guess they all rhymed with the Burma shave. Boy, that was a tight turn. Pretty much 90 degrees. So this is a new Route 66 sign in Normal, Illinois, down the road a little bit from the gas station. You can see it's really nice because they made the park and Have the huge normal sign, kind of like the other ones that they have. And kind of go around here, and you can kind of see on the path they have, you know, kind of little car-related things. I'll zoom in here. There you can see the car with the Rivian, which are made here in Normal, Illinois. Here's the Route 66 Normal, Illinois sign, and right across from the gas station here. Boy, the route's really changed from the original route to the route here. So here in Normal, Illinois, I'm at Sprague's service station. I don't know what Ryburn's place is, but this is a very restored gas station. I believe that they lived upstairs. This, I believe, was a diner at one point. Oh, we saw these pumps at the other ones. Oh, this is a very different pump. This station was built in 1931 and was independent of any major gas company, which allowed him to design the station the way he wanted to. Plates. This and the two other gas stations on Pine Street was short-lived because in the 1940s, the new 4-lane Route 66 opened around the east side of Bloomington, cutting off the East Pine Street traffic. Oh, this is cool. This also did have a restaurant of the same name, and it did have service space so people could have their cars repaired. Or here's some stuff about Normal, Illinois. Here's an old Sinclair station. This was the original Steak and Shake. It's a really cool mural. Their actual theater is pretty cool by the college. So at this gas station, I got a sticker, which they make these electric cars here, so that's why they gave me that. I did get my stamp for this gas station, and she gave me a great book for Illinois of all the different places that there is to see. So like you'll go like here in Normal. So I'm right here right now at this station. Uptown Normal, Normal Theater, Carl's Ice Cream. But then they have all like the other stuff coming up. So just follow my way down to Springfield. Heading to our next location on Route 66. So here I am at Carl's Ice Cream, which I believe is off Route 66. They stopped marking the roads here, but it says it's on Route 66. So I might stop in and get some, but they do have two Muffler Man type figures here. Looks like they got Marge and Carl. Let's go in and see what they got here. So walking into Carl's here, let's see what it looks like inside. Ice cream counters, there's the menu back there. Zoom in a little bit. They do have food as well as ice cream. So this is inside Carl's. And I got a strawberry shake. So I'm at the Country Ear restaurant as I was driving by heading to Atlanta. Lumi the pie waitress, I guess. It was originally a Uniroyal figure turned into the pie waitress. In 2009, she won 2 first-place ribbons at the state fair. So I'm at the American Giants Museum in Atlanta, Illinois. This is actually really well themed. Displays restored Muffler Man giant statues. A Parkwood. They have all these old pumps. This is fairly new too. They have a whole bunch inside, so we'll go check that out. Yeah. Look at the X. The snurd is what we call it. This big boy was moved here from Charleston, South Carolina. And this is a Shoney's big boy. So I'm assuming the one next to it right here is a Mark's big boy. In the 1960s, International Fiberglass created the Traffic Stoppers product line. And here's a traffic stopper up close. They're 10 to 11 feet tall. Here's a cowboy on a horse. I don't know what company would have used that one. That's pretty cool. Probably would have had a hat maybe in his hand there. Here we have a Paul Bunyan head there. This is a Chief Pontiac head. Indian Brave giant head. That's good for people. Yeah. So this is the Mama Burger for A&W root beer stands. It says these were installed in the 1960s on the roofs of some A&W root beer stands. And then outside, there's this huge Texaco sign and more giants out. Land of the Giants, Route 66, Atlanta, Illinois rest stop. Starting on the left, the first one that we have is the Indian Brave Muffler Man from Chippewa. The next one that we have is the Snur Giant, which was originally from an amusement park in Ohio. When you're in front of these Muffler Man statues, the sheer size is really impressive. Moving down the line here, the next one we have is the Astro Oil Spaceman. This was a custom-built one in 1965, and it actually predates the Gemini Giant, which we saw in the first video. Here's the Phillips 66 Cowboy. A lot of information here, so you can pause it to read the entire label. He was found in early 2024 in the backwoods of Georgia. He was restored in 2024 and 2025, and now he stands here at the museum. So this is the Viking Carpet Giant. This is really well done there. There's some inside, some outside. It's going down the street here. I actually almost missed this guy. He's on the left side. The biggest friend your car will ever have. This one is from Las Vegas. It's 24 feet tall, and it's only one of 6 still remaining in existence. This is Chubby's here. Chubby's Bar and Grill. I just like the sign here. Let's get the thing out of the way. The line. And there's another giant down here, so we're going to go check that. This is talking about the Bunyan Giant. And he's actually over here. So he's not in front of the place, he's just a little bit down the block. You can actually see the museum's actually over there. So it's probably about a half a block away. In the building right next to the Paul Bunyan hot dog giant statue, they have these indoor ones as well. Here's the Pep Boys. Here's the entire A&W family from 1960s. It's great that they preserve and restore these. I guess Frisk tires. There's an old Cadillac out here. It's a new place called Memories. Memories on 66, I guess. It's not open quite yet, but let's see if we can find anything in here. Kind of hard to see. They have all kinds of signs out front. That's a neat neon Route 66. Leaving Atlanta, Illinois, where they had all those giants, that was actually really cool. I'm back on the old Route 66, and it's marked again, so it's easier to find. I-55 is literally like right next to me over here, so it runs parallel after Atlanta. We're in Lincoln, Illinois. We're by Mel's Cream Donuts, which is over there. And they have a Lincoln sign here and a big donut one for Mel's. They actually have a really cool sign. We're going to get closer over there. Here's that mural on this building in Lincoln, Illinois. A little closer up. In Lincoln, Illinois, Route 66 is over here. So this is a Route 66 corner garage built in 1926. This serves as one of the last physical reminders of the Lincoln service industry boom along historic Route 66. And they got a massive Route 66 sign here. So the station is restored actually pretty nice. It looks like it probably did in the day. It has some pumps out in front. And inside it's souvenirs and collectibles. Pure standard. Route 66 corner garage. All kinds of memorabilia. Old Etzel and the old Kellogg curbside pump. Hey, how are ya?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
These old bottles here. So this was a Sinclair. It's got the dinosaur on the roof. I believe this is an old oil pump. Plainfield Avenue, Norwich. Norwich is outside of Chicago. Here's an Ashland pump. Shillett signs. Reminds me of the old Walton's radio. Slot machine. J's, Rays. So I was trying to go through these. There's so much to see. You can't spend a ton of time in here. Or in any of the places. And outside of Corner Garage, they actually have a restored Sinclair dinosaur. And he's on the ground, so you can see him much closer. In the corner gas station there in Lincoln, Illinois. And we're heading to the next stop in Lincoln, Illinois. So there's these old tracks here. It's like an abandoned building. And then across the street at 700 South Washington is the mill. Here's the sign for the mill on 66. It's a museum and souvenir as well as tourist information. So here's a place I've wanted to see for a long time. It's called the Mill. You can see it actually spins there too. I guess just spins by the wind. The mill opened in 1929 on the original alignment of Route 66. Became a famous sandwich stand and then a bar restaurant. It's now a museum. So here's the original blue, the mill, closed 1996, and today. You can just pause the video and read this. This was on the original 1926 alignment of Route 66. Be cool if you could go in there, but they're not open today. So we got the world's largest covered wagon just off of Route 66. It's called the Railsplitter. Here's the official Route 66 information about the covered wagon. There's an Adam the Woo. Zoom in a little closer here. This way you should be able to see it a little bit better. Zoom in on his face there. This thing is actually really massive. The wheels alone are probably 10 feet tall. This is a Postville courthouse in Lincoln, Illinois. I'm not going to stop here because I'm running out of time. I'll put in some information about the history of it. So there's this massive building here, which actually looks pretty cool, but the one I'm actually looking for is across from the post office at 700 Broadway, and this is the Lincoln City Hall. And if you look, when I zoom in here at the very top, there's actually a phone booth at the top. You can see it kind of dead center of the screen there. And I was put up there as a weather observation viewing area. I think it even says telephone on the side. You really have to squint to see it, but I definitely wanted to see that. So let's kind of wrap up the video from Pontiac, Illinois to Lincoln, Illinois. I was going to try to make it to Springfield, Illinois, but there's just so much to see I didn't want to rush through it all. So that'll be another video at another time. So this is probably about 80 miles today. The first video was 100 miles, and that was from Chicago to Pontiac, and then this one continued on from Pontiac. So that's going to be a wrap for today. So if you enjoyed the video, click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. So let me know in the comments if you want me to continue this Route 66 adventure. I'm probably about a little more than halfway through Illinois, but there's still a long way to go. So we'll see how it goes and how many people enjoy, and we'll go from there. Well, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it.